This is Chris Shoemaker. I play Jeff Sandler on the sitcom Home Accents.
And I am Mickey Gainey. Mike Chase, real name, Mickey Gainey on the show.
Yeah, so we're here just doing a little behind-the-scenes episode for episode number 2. That was called, the title of the episode was The Inner Bad Biblical Donkey.
Yeah, that's still crazy, man.
Well, I'll tell you where it came from. It was actually back in the days, back in the early 90s when I was at Bible college. And of course, you know, at Bible college, you can't cuss, you can't swear. So we were finding substitute cuss words, right? So instead of saying, you know, the ASS word, we come up with biblical donkey. And so it was just a funny way of getting around that little swear word. So I was like, I'm just going to slide it into the episode. So, bad biblical donkey.
Yeah. So in the episodes that Chris is the brain behind it, and comes up with some of these things, I wondered when I saw the script, you know, bad biblical donkey. I thought, you know, that's in keeping with Jeff Sandler's character, but there's actually history there. Yeah.
You know, and I tell you, when you watch these episodes, it's totally fictitious, it's totally made up, but at the same time, we're throwing a little bit of our real lives. Funny things that happen in our real lives, funny stories that happen to us that we're just kind of throwing in there because it's funny and we want to share those funny stories of our lives, while at the same time keeping it fictitious and keeping Jeff and Mickey two separate entities and characters.
Yeah, and I think we're developing them. We're growing into them. Yeah, and there are some references. I know there was references in the first episode, the second. We'll keep them in there. And sometimes we'll get stuff off script, right?
Yeah, a lot of improv stuff. Like some of the funniest lines that people have come back to me and said, that was hilarious. They weren't even in the script. They were improv.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, Jeff, your mother, how old is she? Yeah. People just cracked up. That wasn't even scripted. I didn't even write that in there. That just came out of this crazy guy's head.
In fact, when I did that, and Chris is filming, you know, as or Jeff is talking to his mom on the phone, I'm in the back room, and I thought, I'm going to holler. I was trying to think of something, and then I thought, Jeff! And I thought Chris might say cut, you know, cut, but I didn't, and he played right along with it, and I thought that was great, and that's the kind of chemistry, that's the kind of stuff that to me makes it original, makes it feel like it's happening right on the moment, that it's not scripted, and it really fills in.
That really kind of accentuates our accents, no pun intended, accents our chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we're big movie buffs. We love to watch movies and go to movies and everything like that. So we kind of put some movie references into some of the episodes. In episode 2, I think there's at least 3 movie references. The opening dream sequence where Jeff's in bed and he sees his mom and Mickey and Steve. That's a play on The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy wakes up after her adventure and stuff. So that's kind of a play on that. And then when we're at the dining room table at breakfast, and I'm kind of making fun of him about, hey, you know, where's all this eggs and Texas toast and stuff, and you know, he mentioned second breakfast. Well, any Lord of the Rings fan is going to know, you know, that. And seeing as we're big boxing and MMA fans, I mean, man, had to put the Stallone in there. You know, had to put Rocky in there. So the whole boxing scene was kind of inspired by Rocky, and that was actually a real hit.
Yeah,
I actually connected. We did like 3 or 4 shots where, you know, we faked it, but it just kept looking fake. It didn't look real. And Mike's like, "Hit me, go ahead."
There were a couple that were close, and I kind of like
where you kind of move back actually when I'm practicing, and you move back because I almost flip you.
So when and it was funny because for me it was funny, for you were getting really upset that it took so many takes, and I'm starting to develop a good sweat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll come through on the scene, but
so much for our one take record.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But that one we wanted, it had to look good. So. Got to the end of it, I said, yeah, you're going to have to hit me. Now we have 10-ounce, these are 10-ounce ring gloves. These are actually gloves that you use in the ring. So I told him, hit me here, right top of the skull. That's, you can take a good shot. So you don't have to kill me, but I said, miss the chin, and he got me in the, not right in the chin, kind of got me just in the ear, and they're big gloves. And anyway,
That's my sore ear, Mr. Gowan. That's my sore ear. We should have put a Wonderful Life reference in there.
Yeah, we should have, yeah. But it was, it was good. Turned out well.
Yeah, and then of course on the ground, I'm crying because I'm trying to be like Stallone. Mickey. It was like a Tim Conway, Carol Burnett moment. Harvey Korman, where you're laughing as I'm doing that.
Well, I had a hard time not to crack up. I'm thinking, get this over.
And he's trying to do his best Burgess Meredith, but I think he ended up sounding more like Red Green than Burgess Meredith.
Probably.
So that was another reference.
We got I got my little friend here, and I guess I'll let Chris explain about how the contest, chances for people to win a T-shirt. A Home Accents T-shirt. Yeah, and a walk-on role on one of the episodes. If you live too far out away, we're not going to fly in or bus you in. You'll just have to send a photo, and we'll put a photo of you in the show as if you're one of our family members, or you're in a magazine or a newspaper or something. Maybe they could wear a T-shirt.
Yeah, or maybe you can.
We'll sneak that in.
But in episode 1, we challenged everyone to count and find all the scenes in all the different places where Granite and Slater are found. Now, the second episode, it's really tough because there's only one scene in the second episode where they show up. So, to win this contest, the only thing you got to do is tell us who was on the top stair. Was it Granite or was it Slater? And that's going to be pretty easy for the second episode for the contest. And back to the whole Rocky boxing kind of thing. He references that he used to train in Sarnia, Ontario. That's actually a real fact. As not as Mickey Gainey, of course, but as Mike Chase. Go ahead and tell him about it.
Yeah, I did. I was a trainer in a health spa for about a year and a half when I first left the Plastock area, and it was great. And that's what I did. I was a personal trainer for the health spa that I worked, and took a little bit, not much, just a few doors down. They had a self-defense. I can't remember what you call them, but
dojo.
These were guys who were independent. It wasn't karate or any specific discipline. But they come down and said, if you let our guys use your sauna and use your facilities, then I will train anyone that wants to learn. They can they're about 3 doors down. And so I took them up on it. I think I was the only one that worked at the club that took them up on it. So, I referenced Sarnia and the fact of being a trainer, and I was not a boxing trainer, but...
Yeah, but still a trainer of a health club. And so another thing that we want to talk about that was in the second episode, you're going to have to wait and find out and watch the next behind-the-scenes episode, because we're not going to give it all away in one behind-the-scenes episode.
That's right. We got to, basically you've got some homework yourself, haven't you? Eh? Oh, yes, I do.
So catch us next time on Home Accents Behind the Scenes for episode 2. This is Chris Shoemaker, Jeff Sandler signing off.
Mike Chase, Mickey Gainey.
See you guys. Shalom.
Come on, Slater, let's go get some lunch.
A pastor and a rabbi walk into a bar. Beautiful New Brunswick. Be in this place. It's not just the drive-through province anymore.